Hi, my name is Charlotte. I'm a grade 11 student, and I'm here to show you how me and my fellow classmates showcase the Indigenous perspective and awareness area of focus for the HDSB multi-year plan. Lessons that have been shared through the Indigenous perspective and awareness area of focus highlighted the importance of relationships. Reciprocity is an essential component of relationships, so volunteering with the school's breakfast program is a way to get back to my school, community, and to build these important student relationships. I just finished up breakfast club and I am going to the Indigenous student space to go talk about an ongoing art project. So a lot of this work was heavily influenced by my late great uncle Richard.
It's really interesting. Can you share how your uncle influenced this project?
Richard was a residential school survivor and he refused to move on to the reserve. And he was resilient and strong, and he was able to create some of the most beautiful pieces I've ever seen. A lot of the color schemes I chose was definitely influenced by him and his work. He used a lot of contrasting colors. And I really wanted to include just natural landscapes rather than animals, as they have a more calming presence. The Indigenous perspectives and awareness area of focus has been a great inspiration for me for this project. Now I'm on my way to my grade 11 MBE English class.
Basically, what I want us to do as a class is kind of go around either in pairs or small groups and do some community knowledge building. And so what I mean by that is there's a whiteboard marker, there's a chartboard, and what I want you to do is to go around and look at the images, look at the infographics, look at the poems, look at the maps, look at the quotes, look at the treaty documents, and just brainstorm how they connect to that key term. Let's go. This is supposed to be from a information blitz almost. This is currently ongoing, trying to educate non-Indigenous people about inherent rights, about the beauty of wild rice.
Do you remember when we went to the roundhouse and Nancy Rowe prepared wild rice for us? And Tammy had hunted deer and had it at Nancy Rowe's place, and so we had that with wild rice.
When I first announced that the James Buttleman Award was going to be nominated out, and you wrote your short story and you shared it with me, and you asked for any feedback that I could offer as part of that, and I remember responding saying, I can change nothing in this voice.
Without your help, I don't think I could have actually gone through with it, because I needed that push.
Well, thank you, sir. I'm so happy that I was able to be your English teacher and to get you feeling comfortable to be a published author. Did you want to read a segment of this, or?
Yeah, but as we walked, my eyes caught sight of a familiar figure. It was a fox, its sleek form resembling the one I used to know, the one that followed me, a silent companion of my past. The fox, a ghost from my memories, embodied the spirit of those who we had lost. Its presence stirred something deep within me, a mixture of reconciliation and longing. I couldn't feel the fox's breath, as if it were whispering secrets to me from the beyond. Its gaze locked with mine, and I found myself drawn towards it, compelled to bridge the gap between us. Henry, sensing the weight of that moment, stood still, as if also under the fox's enchantment. He remained a steadfast presence, grounding me in the reality of the present. I took a few hesitant steps towards the fox, my movement slow and deliberate. It watched me intently, its eyes revealing a wisdom that surpassed its animal form. Why would it stare? What message did it hold? I couldn't help but feel a connection to the creature. The same fox that my mother had shared stories about when I was a child. It was a fox she saw herself a symbol of wisdom. This story was based off of my father. And it was when we went back to Fort Payne for my grandmother's funeral. We were crossing the street, me and him, and we stopped because we saw this fox cross the street. And I just remember my dad coming down in tears, and I was young, and so I didn't really understand at the moment why he was crying. But it was that my grandmother saw herself as the fox. That was her symbol, and she was saying goodbye. Now we're going to the library to start feeding. As an Indigenous student inside the HDSB, I am so proud of the Indigenous Awareness and Perspective area of focus for allowing me to showcase my culture's beauty and brilliance. As an Anishinaabe Ojibwe woman, I think it's incredibly important for me to be able to share what I've learned and my family's knowledge and generational knowledge with the community around me. This area of focus is incredibly important to students like myself, as it allows us to have a culturally relevant space, be able to self-identify, and feel included inside of our school. It's important that students like myself feel comfortable and have that culturally relevant space, and to be able to share our ways of knowing and our knowledge with the school. Now this is the end of my school day, and I hope I've been able to show you how we bring to life this area of focus and engage student learning.